And we're back in the huddle, and we're here with Panthers coach Brad Livingston. And Brad, you and I have done this interview a few times over the years. But, you know, I said when the season started, you were up to something, a slow start, figuring things out. But I've seen this movie before. You're a few weeks in. Seems like you got things figured out. How'd you do it this time?
Well, I don't know if it was a matter of figuring things out so much as trying to get a little healthy and having our players on the field in the positions we wanted to have them. It really wasn't a great off season, and then of course Nick was rehabilitating knee surgery all through the spring and summer, and we were waiting to find out when he could play. And then about 10 days before the season started, Romy tweaked the knee for a little bit and had to sit out a while. And it was a matter of a lot of new kids were coming in, and they were going to have to learn how to play certain things. And we just looked at those first 3 games and all of football camp as, look, this is the time we have to build our football team. We want to hope to be able to have all the pieces in place by game 4. We were fortunate because that happened, and now it's just a matter of making sure we improve every week.
This division is suddenly starting to prove itself to be a little bit unpredictable. I think Southwestern is the perfect example of that. They take you guys to overtime. They have a big lead at Dallastown. There's not an easy game. Red Line may be struggling right now. I'm assuming you're not assuming they're going to be an easy game, though.
Oh, no. They played lights out last Saturday night. They ran the football very well. They had some chances to score where things didn't happen right in the red zone. I thought they played a good football game. They were spirited, and I'm sure they're going to come in here ready to play. It's the same scenario every year, you know. If you're looking for anybody to lay down and just give you a game, it's not going to happen. So we're going to have to be a good football team this week to win, and then we move forward from there.
Mentioning that, and certainly it's always easy to say about, a week at a time. We know that that's true. How do you keep the kids from looking ahead to week 9, Dallastown, likely, could decide the league, and then your rival, William Penn? I mean, those are 2 big things to look towards.
Well, I think one of the things that happens is that if you were here week after week, it doesn't matter win, lose. When you come here on Monday night, it's going to be the same thing. Come here on Tuesday night, it's going to be the same thing. I really don't know what else to do other than to just go back to work and try to get better. I guess the best example of that I can give you are those 2 years we had back in the 90s where we were 1-21. And I was simply amazed at the reactions of the kids when they won that one game. I didn't realize how much was on their shoulder and how much pressure, because for us, we'd play the game, and then we would go back to work. Then we would play the next game. And so hopefully the fact that that habit is so well entrenched here is something of steadying influence, because the kids know what they're going to get.
There you go, folks. And when I hear it from Mr. Brad Livingston, I know it's true, and I respect it. And, Coach, thank you so much for your time, as always.
Thank you for coming over, and we'll hope to have a good game.
All right, we are back in the huddle with Panthers senior running back Terrance Carter. And Terrance, I wanted to ask you about, a year ago when you guys made a run, Breon Randall stepped into that running back spot as a senior. This year it's you. Tell us a little bit about yourselves. How did you step into this job this year?
I watched Breon a lot, and I just like how he run. So I just kind of, backfired on it. Took notes on it.
Now, obviously, we talked a lot about the linemen you guys had last year. Shane Walker at center. Eric Ramirez comes to mind, who's now playing, I believe, at Princeton. Tell us about this line. This is your opportunity to give them some shout-outs. Tell us about them a little bit.
I've had this line since my freshman year, and other, like the juniors and stuff, they've stepped up. But I've trust my senior linemen to get the job done, and we always get it done.
Now, you guys had a rough way to go to start the year, especially with the injury bug. I mean, Robert Romy got hurt, your tight end, defensive end. You were bothered, I believe, by an ankle or a leg injury for a little bit. Nick Strine, your quarterback, was out. Shannon Valenti did a nice job stepping at quarterback. How frustrating was it with those little nicks and knacks earlier in the year?
It was kind of frustrating. With Shannon, him being a sophomore, he would have to take his time with the plays and everything, and me and Pearson would have to help him out. But with Nick and Romy coming back, and things have gotten a lot better.
Definitely, and you guys obviously have gotten off to a four straight wins after that 0-3 start. What do you think's really gone into that?
I think a whole lot of wins is coming out after that. I think ever since Nick came back, we've been more relaxed and more calmed down, more poised about what we're doing.
Combination of a lot of new guys with some really heavy competition in the district to open up the schedule. Terrance, thank you for joining us this week. And everyone, be sure to check us out. We'll have live coverage of all the York Adams League tournaments that are going on this week. I know soccer is going on. Will the finals be on Thursday. High school football on Friday night, of course. These guys will be hosting Red Line. Be sure to join us on Thursday on the radio. If you got a chance between 4 and 6 p.m., if you're in your car, turn to 1350 AM WOIK. We've got a radio show in which we're talking high school sports for 2 hours. So be sure to check that out. And for Terrance Carter, I'm Matt Gould signing off here at Central York High School. Thanks for watching.